the rookie from Clemson, this is Wayne Gallman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, Cousins. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Cousins. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
14. Easy.
Now a carry for Bernard. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run again with Bernard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move the team. Let's go. Let's go. 4 down.
On second down, Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Bernard. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Lucky this is first.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Cousins now on second down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Going for the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run.
Man left, man left.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught right side. It turns. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Bernard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Wilson on second down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Move 15. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 95, 95. Check.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to... And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Move 15. Alert, 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 alert. 4 down, 4 down. Alert. 18, 18.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, at its 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They start on the ground with Gallman. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Tight end left, tight end left.
Cousins now from the 50. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run again here with Gallman. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
In the red zone this time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Gallman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Cousins. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Cousins now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. This will be taken at the 10, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Tight. 380.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right at the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Tight. 315.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Kerr. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Watch time. Tight end right.
This is Gallman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The swing pass caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he fires one incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Chargers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, And the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense showing blitz.
Just run. Hey, shotgun.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Tight. 380.
3 out.
From the gun, Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Hot.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it? Out.